All right, guys. So I'm back, white shirt today. So when we talk about the high risk, high risk trading, I don't know. I just had a brain fart right there. But anyways, we're talk about high risk trading. So um, we'll probably go through like a lot of topics, but I'll probably talk more into, like I said, everything's gonna be based on mindset. So what exactly, like I said, what exactly do you do, right? What exactly do you do when you want to dive into high risk trading? Obviously, the most important thing is setting the first goal of what you want to achieve for, especially how high you want to flip the account. And let's just say if I started with 500, and my goal is to get up to 1,000 within a day. That's a lot of scalping, right? It's a lot of scalping involved. It's a lot of trades involved. Or you can go all in on one big trade, depending on the leverage, because if they give you 1,000, a 1 to 1,000 leverage, like Trader's Way, LMFX does. What else? I would not recommend FX Glory. I haven't touched them. I wouldn't even touch them anyways. But just if you were to use Trader's Way or LMFX on their highest leverage, 1,000, and you had a $500 account, can you easily turn that around to 1,000? Yes, you can. You can lose a 500 as well, but your approach analysis is that you want to double the account in 24 hours. So it's a lot of scalping, or you can do, like I said, or you can do one big one big standard, like one standard. Go one standard and go all out on gold, or what's the other pair? Probably the pound. The pound is another high paying currency. I wouldn't go on USDJPY just the fact that it doesn't really pay out as high. So if you were, like I said, if you were to go with gold and you did one standard, you could easily flip the account. But you have to be mindful that with one standard, you could you can blow the account in a matter of minutes or even seconds. Depends how volatile gold is. So that is, one way of looking at it. Now, if you, let's just say you start with the minimum, right? So Trader's Way, Eagle FX. I'm not for sure if LMFX offers the minimum deposit of $10, but I know that Trader's Way and Eagle FX offers a $10 minimum deposit. And so if you decide to do that route and you want to aggressively turn $10 into $100, or turn 10 to 200, or even just turning $10 to just doubling to $20. Everything is back to how you're going to approach it, and if that is your goal for the day or for the week, right? For me, if I was to flip an account, especially the smaller the account is, then I wouldn't waste too much time trying to flip the account. And if my, like, the most I would try and flip an account is a 30-day turnaround, which is during tax season. But I would not try and flip an account, especially around the summertime, because it's going to require, like I said, summertime. Not a lot of people spend too much time on the screen, and obviously summertime you would spend more time outdoors, right, and having fun and enjoying the weather. So, but if you're, like I say, you're a diehard forex trader and all you do is just want to stare at the screen all day, you can go ahead and flip accounts every month if you want. Like I said, you're stuck in one location because you're constantly at the screen, and also, you're spending a lot of time here, but also the fact that you got a lot of stress involved and anxiety. And if you lose a lot of money already and you're trying to do it again and again and again, you're bound to, break yourself. And what I mean by that is that you're going to end up, you know, you're going to end up mentally out, like out of proportion. So your mental attitude is just not going to be in place. And I'll talk about the mental attitude on the next video, because the emotional intelligence needs to be there. And if you're trying to just flip an account every single day, it's just going to destroy you. there are times you can, you can flip an account. There are days that you can flip, you can make a lot of money, right? Those are the days that you want to bag in the pips. Those are the days that you want to bag in all the profits, because those are the days that you can really go high risk and aggressive and maximize, the amount of profits that you want to make for that day. So really comes down, like I said, really comes down how you're going to approach the markets on a daily basis. And if you're all about scalping, then it's on an hourly basis. But that's totally on the focus level you can focus on. So I know I'm going through like all different stuff. So what else? Let's talk about some numbers here. If I were, like, say, if I were to start with 1,000, for me, if I was gonna turn 1,000, my goal would be to get it close to at least 5 to 6,000. Now, if you're gonna go all out, then turn 1,000 to 10,000. So you're talking about 10,000% gain right there. So it's just a dramatic move, an increase of what you want to shoot for. It's so high, but you have to understand the amount of emotions are kicking in and the anticipation that you're taking in. Especially if you want to take 1,000 to 5,000, or take 1K to 10K, or even just taking 1K to just double it to 2K. And then if your goal is to flip to that certain amount, then you got to come back down to how many days you want to do it within. A lot of people say they want to do it right away, but the question is, do you have time to sit down and look at the screen so you can analyze what you want to get in and when you want to get out? You can't just set it and forget it, because 90% of the flipping accounts that I've done is short-term trading. I'll be honest with that. Short-term trading high-impact news, looking at the 5-minute, 15-minute charts, back down to 1 minute. I mean, it's constantly a lot. It's a lot of scalping it, and then intradays are involved too, intraday trading, but it's a lot of scalping. So if you don't have the time to focus on that, and you say you want to flip an account, like I said, I'll talk another way. Like I said, I made a video like on swinging and stacking. With swinging and stacking, it can get there, but that's a lot to take in if you don't have the positions already in profit to cover the equity if the margin was called out, if the trend reverses. So that's another way. But other than that, I just make this a quick video. I do plan on making, I think, like 5-6 more videos on this approaching high risk. And so, like I said, it's more on my personal experience and my personal opinion towards this. I do believe that if you take the time to learn the high risk and aggressive approach in trading Forex, or stocks or whatever, all you need to do is win big one time. I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about winning big all the time, but all you need to do is win big one time, like hitting the lottery, hitting the jackpot. And that's the once you get one account to that level, how high you want it to be, do it all over again. And build your account portfolios, and that way you have this X amount of these accounts that you have. And so, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I mean, so like I said, I think that's it. So, like I said, that's it. So I wish you guys a great, I forgot what day is it, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Today's July 1st. Happy 4th of July. If I don't make a video on Friday or this upcoming weekend. So other than that, hopefully I have time to make a video before Friday. And like I said, hope that this week is going great for you guys. If not, you're gonna have to dive yourself back down, right? Get back in the trenches of relearning and readapting to where you're going, especially if you want Forex to work for you, because you have to work on yourself to better yourself, right? Your attitude, your emotions, the way you're approaching the analysis on technical and fundamentals. And then, like I said, the biggest thing is that you got to find that one winning strategy, and don't ever lose your strengths, because if you lose your strengths, then you got more weaknesses. I can't stress that enough. lose your strengths. You can have more weaknesses. You'd be way too emotional. You're gonna try revenge trading. You're gonna try and make all your money back, and you're not gonna make any money back. And so, I mean, that's the downfall right there. If you can't control yourself. So, other than that, that's it, guys. So, I'll see you guys next episode here.